What's up, girl bosses? Signs of the Swarm is back with a new song called Amongst the Low and the Empty, which is pretty close to Among Us. What we last heard from them was a song called Unbridled, which came with the announcement of their signing to Century Media Records. So the boys are they're on Century Media now, and I think they're cooking. They seem to be scheming up a new album, which I'm very excited for. Album EP. I'm actually not sure what it is, but I'm very excited for the Signs of the Swarm. They slay, more like slay of the Swarm. Am I right, fellas? Am I right, fellas? That being said, I say we get into it, but before we do, would really appreciate if you liked this video, subscribe to the channel. It's free, helps me out a ton, helps you find new music. Speaking of new music, I dropped an EP about like a week or two ago under my project Sunscourge. It's called Wraith. The EP is called Wraith, and it features Devon from Worm Shepherd, Johnny from Carcosa, Blake Mullins from Disembodied Tyrant. Each of them do vocals for one of the 3 tracks. They killed it, let me tell you. You can find that in the description down below, along with my social media and more. There's merch too. There's all sorts of stuff down there. That's enough for me. Let's do it. 4-minute song. Oh, that's an old school sound. Oh. They've been experimenting so much. That's so fucking low, dude. It does feel like very death metal, especially in this section. Dude, new signs. They've been testing the limits, man. Oh. Oh, my brother when he doesn't get a toy. that breakdown was just like a kid throwing a fit. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. They've really been experimenting, because Unbridled was pretty experimental as well. So for this song, which has a really long name, Amongst the Low and the Empty, similar to Among Us, you know, they continue that experimentation. When Bobby went brrr, I really felt that. I really felt that. But yeah, and honestly, you know, some of the, like, you know, the iconic Sign sound, but also it feels super either tech death or like death metal to me. There is something of it in this sound that just seems like it sort of harkens back to some of the older bands. Maybe Morbid Angel is what I'm feeling, but I don't think that's quite right. But it is like, it's fucking sick. I mean, like, shout out like to the production, because those guitars were just so beefy but so present. They felt like crisp, but man, they made my body go burr, and I like that. I like that a lot. Oh man, that's fantastic. I'm very excited for what they got going on. It's big moves. I mean, the jump to the Century Media, I think that's a big move. That's a big move. I mean, you can't deny that. But like, they're really developing their sound, and I like it. Maybe not even developing their sound, but they're experimenting with it, right? They're developing seems to imply that there's a direction that they're headed. Rather, what I feel we've heard from them, these two songs, low sample size, but they're sort of testing the limits. Unbridled, it felt like it had a little bit of like some black metal elements. Science has always kind of had that, very subtly so, but felt kind of present in Unbridled. But there were some other elements that came in there. Or what was it? It was like symphonic elements that really shine through, almost Shadow of Intent like. But then this song definitely a little more death metal, a little more the slamming. Of course, they've always had that sort of slamming edge to them. But it felt almost like a little more technical. There's something about it that felt very new to me, and I really do like that. Especially like there's like some sections with like either an arpeggiator or like a sonar, and that was pretty new for them and also for the genre. Cool stuff, really cool stuff. I'm excited to see what they have in the works. I really do like Unbridled. I've been revisiting it a lot in the past months since it's released. But man, there's something about this I feel like hits harder for me. This is an insane, goofy, stupid song, and I like it. I like it quite a bit. Curious what you guys think of this song, this sound, the direction they're pushing, what it reminds you of, because I don't think that Morbid Angel descriptor is quite right. It's like almost right, but it doesn't feel like it's the right fit. It doesn't feel like it's the right fit. But definitely like an old, it feels like there's like a death metal edge to it. Which I feel, in my opinion, has been kind of missing from deathcore. I feel like deathcore has, the death side has been shrinking just a wee bit in recent years. I feel like we haven't had too strong of a deathcore year. I mean, like 2021 was pretty solid. But actually, 2021 was really good. Nothing like 2019. I mean, come on, guys. 2019 was huge. 2019 was huge. But I feel like this year's really shaping up to be a big deathcore year. But it does feel like, you know, some of the original influences of deathcore have been lost. I mean, like, if you listen to early deathcore versus modern deathcore, very different ratios of death to core. Something to consider. But yeah, curious what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios, amigo.